one of the best comeback albums of all time. That is Bob Dylan's Time Out of Mind. God, man, just what a great shot right there of him in the studio there. You know, you can tell from the time out of mind. I'm pretty sure Bob Dylan may have probably did that on purpose, probably, you know. God, Bob Dylan, an incredible and amazing lyricist, of course, we all know. You know, he can just write the best material of our lifetime, you know. And Bob Dylan absolutely just really made a great album here. I mean, you know, of course, as you may know, you know, obviously Bob Dylan really, you know, he just wasn't making a lot of music. He was kind of falling into a, I don't know what you would call it, I guess into a writer's block, you know, where you kind of don't really write as much, you know, some lyrics or music doesn't come out of your mind quite quickly, and you kind of get a writer's block, you know. And of course, the last couple albums, well, to start the 90s, of course, was the album Under the Red Sky, which obviously, which kind of failed, and a lot of people seem to really were a bit conflicted on the album, you know, with a lot of the, you know, nursery rhymey kind of, you know, theme on that album. And then after that was the two folk cover albums, which they didn't do as well either. So, and then Bob Dylan comes out with the MTV Unplugged album, which came out in 95. And so 96, Dylan was actually, or I believe it was sometime in the winter of 96, where he actually started writing some of these songs and got together again with Daniel Lanois. And of course, he was living over in California. And, you know, Dylan, of course, was in his little home there in Malibu. And so they got together, went out to Miami to record Time Out of Mind. You know, what I see here within Dylan, he's really, I see him kind of, and I bet maybe most fans were probably even thinking too, like, is this going to be maybe Dylan's last album, you think? Because, you know, a lot of these songs here definitely have a lot of, like, post, like, oh, I guess somehow, some way, you know, we're all gonna somehow vanish out of this world. We're all gonna, you know, we're all gonna seem to go somewhere, you know, and we're all gonna somehow die, you know. So I feel like Dylan was kind of thinking like maybe this might be his last chance here. But of course, as we may know, we weren't. I mean, everyone wasn't even expecting to even see Dylan go even further on, you know. You know, after this was Love and Theft and Modern Times and all that, and you know, and of course, 5 years ago already. Now will be really Dylan's last really big album, or his last album being Rough and Rowdy Ways. So yeah, I just want to go through this album. You know, I don't want to really go too much in depth. You know, yeah. So you got together with a lot of great musicians, of course, Jim Dickinson and Tony Garnier on bass. Really great, excellent. And Jim Keltner, I mean, what a great drummer he was. You know, great session drummist. Yeah, so this album came out September the 30th of 97. And of course, it was the album of the year, 98. Won it, 3 Grammys that it won. Not only winning the 98, you know, album of the year. That's incredible. It was also on the 500 greatest albums of all time back in 2012. I don't know if it's still on there now. Also, it went to number 10 back when it first came out. So yeah, let me go ahead and get started here with the first song, which is a great opening song. I think, other than maybe Like a Rolling Stone and like Tangled Up in Blue, this has to be my third favorite, maybe up there for sure, of Dylan's greatest album openers. And that is Lovesick. Just love this, like, this kind of start and ready kind of thing. and it just has this like kind of groove, this very, and even Dylan too. Daniel Lanois wanted Dylan to listen to a lot of these, like listen to the old blues kind of albums or whatever. Like he wanted him to listen to like a Muddy Waters or like a Little Walter album, to really put his mind onto these great bluesy, rootsy songs. Just absolutely great. I just really love this opening track. It says here that Lovesick was the first new composition by Bob Dylan in 7 years, which is incredible. Yes, it says that the first verse sets the stage with simple but powerfully evocative lyrics. I'm walking through the streets that are dead. The narrator uses the first person to express his feelings. I'm sick of love, clearly a hopeless love. Yeah. It says here that because of his hospitalization for his infectious lung disease in May of '97, some interpret the song as a reference to death creeping up as the years go by. Yeah, you could definitely tell with Dylan's voice, he's definitely got that really raspy kind of, like he's soon to be prepared for his death. You know what I mean? Really love the vocal style too as well. Like I said, I just love that great, excellent opening, start and ready kind of thing. Yeah, just the first verse here is just incredible. I'm walking through streets that are dead, walking with you in my head. My feet are so tired, my brain is wired, and the clouds are weeping. So it just seems like he's looking for this lost love kind of, but he just can't get it. Like he just feels dead inside. Yeah, I'm sick of love. I wish I'd never met you. I'm sick of love. I'm trying to forget you. God, this last line right here is just incredible. I'd give anything to just be with you. God, man. Crazy. But man, I just love this opening. I just love this opening track, man. Just incredible. And then after that is Dirt Road Blues. Now this definitely has a style of definitely for sure, like a Jimmy Reed. Definitely reminds me of that, what was that song? It was like a late 50s song, Party Doll by Buddy Knox. Kind of reminds me of that song a little bit too. And just has a little bit of like that 60s kind of keyboard, which gives it a great, excellent, gives it a good aesthetic, It's called Dirt Road Blues. Apparently Dylan borrowed the title of this song from Charlie Patton, Down the Dirt Road Blues. There's also another influencer as well for this album. Basically says that the first track of the album ended with the narrator's desire to return to the woman he loves. On the second track, he begins his journey to find her. It's a trip on a dirt road, treacherous, full of traps, that ends with a crucial disillusionment. Oh yeah. Apparently he wrote this back in '92, apparently, so this is kind of like an older song that he had in the bag already. Just some great lyrics as well. Going down that dirt road till someone lets me ride. And you can hear that. Cool stuff. Going walk down that dirt road till someone lets me ride. If I can't find my baby, I'm going to run away and hide. Just love that. Love this one too. I've been looking at my shadow. I've been watching the colors up above. Looking at my shadow, watching the colors up above. Rolling through the rain and hail, looking for the sunny side of love. So it seems like he's desperate to find that certain partner, you know what I mean? He has to go through this hell, kind of, if you will, going on that lonesome road, right? That dirt road blues. Okay, then we get Standing in the Doorway, a really good one as well. I love the guitars here by Daniel Lanois. Robert Britt on guitar. There's also some pedal steel going on here. Also the drums were played by Jim Keltner. It says here, like a knight of the round table in search of the Holy Grail, Dylan is still looking for his beloved. And again, he starts this journey with a curious sensation of time passing. Oh, yeah. Another great, excellent song as well. Love the lyrics too, as the first stanza. I'm walking through the summer nights, jukebox playing low. Yesterday everything was going too fast, today it's moving too slow. I got no place left to turn, I got nothing left to burn. Don't know if I saw you, if I would kiss you or kill you, you left me standing in the doorway crying. I got nothing to go back to now. Wow, just love that. A good line too as well is, all the laughter is just making me sad. The stars have turned cherry red. I'm strumming on my gay guitar, smoking a cheap cigar. The ghost of our old love has not gone away. Don't look like it will anytime soon. Don't look like it will anytime soon. You left me standing in the doorway crying under the midnight moon. There we go, Dylan again talking about moons, you know. There are no words that need to be said. You left me standing in the doorway crying, blues wrapped around my head. Wow, just love that song. Great stuff. And that song's about maybe 7 minutes or whatever. Now, the longest track on this album, of course, is like the Highlands. So then we get the next one, Million Miles. I love this song again. So that Bonnie Raitt recorded this song as well. So we got some great people. Augie Myers on organ, or Jim Dickinson on organ. And I really love this this sound as well. It just has like this grit, like a really, a true, This has like this honest sound, I even love this one too as well with Dylan's, just feels like he's going through the motions here. He's just going through this heartbreak or whatever. And it says, in what could be a dream sequence, the narrator of the song does everything he can to be closer to the woman he loves, but is still a million miles from her. Yeah. It says the songwriter has fun sprinkling his text with references to some old bluesy songs by Elvis and Little Willie John. Yeah. I like this line. I'm drifting in and out of dreamless sleep, throwing all my memories in a ditch so deep. Did so many things I never did intend to do. Well, I'm trying to get closer, but I'm still a million miles from you. Just love that line. And even this one too. The last thing you said before you hit the street, gonna find me a janitor to sweep off my feet. I said, that's all right. You do what you got to do. Well, I'm trying to get closer. I'm still a million miles away. So it just seems like he's furthering a part of this lover that he really wants, It just seems like he's kind of falling back, Then we get the next song on here, which I really love. This is a really good one. There's a bit of Aretha Franklin. Definitely has like Aretha Franklin from the 60s, of course. Has a really, like a song that she could have, the sound of her or whatever. Is Trying to Get to Heaven. We got some pedal steel here, of course. So it says here again, he's on a quest, or rather a pursuit, because of Louisiana City seems to be his goal, where he's trying to get to heaven before they close the door. Yep, and he also referenced here Miss Mary Jane. So I'm trying to see if there's... So someone trying to break his heart or whatever, mentioning about a girl named Mary Jane, which of course references drugs, obviously. It says here that the result is a hyponic, and the little plus comes from his simplistic harmonica part. It requires several hearings to appreciate. Yeah, love it. I'll just kind of read this couple of verses here, or stanzas. When I was in Missouri, they would not let me be. I had to leave there in a hurry. I only saw that they let me see. You broke a heart that loved you. Now you can steal up the book and not write anymore. I've been walking that lonesome valley trying to get to heaven before they close the door. Or, I'm sorry, I believe the next song has that Aretha Franklin. This one definitely has a little bit of that gospel. I really love it. It's kind of a ballad, but the next one has more of the Aretha Franklin, like kind of a soul sound, you know what I mean? But yeah, this one is a little bit, it's got obviously, definitely a R&B, definitely for sure. Yeah, so I'm going down the river, down to New Orleans. They tell me everything is going to be all right, but I don't know what all right even means. I was riding in a buggy with Miss Mary Jane. Miss Mary Jane got a house in Baltimore. He says Baltimore. I've been all around the world, boys. Now I'm trying to get to heaven before they close the door. Yeah, I love it. Great stuff. He's kind of a little bit delusionate, a little bit, and kind of feel like he needs to be, maybe because Dylan really loves New Orleans, he kind of puts that within the song or whatever. Okay, so now the next one definitely has the 60s soul, definitely for sure, a little bit of blues in there, is Till I Fell in Love with You. It says here that the narrator says of himself, I feel like I'm coming to the end of my way. He confesses that all was going well until he fell in love. Nothing can heal him now but your touch. He continues to love the woman until his last breath. The worst is to be aware that all attempts to please you are all in vain. So once again, great stuff. Of course, the keys excellently by... keys done by Jim Dickinson. Robert Britt on guitar. Just great stuff on here. Yeah, I just love this first few lines here. The first few lines. Well, my nerves are exploding and my body's tense. I feel like the whole world got me pinned up against the fence. I've been hit too hard. I've seen too much. Nothing can heal me now but your touch. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was all right till I fell in love with you. Well, my house is on fire, burning to the sky. I thought it would rain, but the clouds passed by. And now I feel like I'm going to the end of my way. But I know God is my shield and He won't let me astray. Still, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was all right until I fell in love with you. So maybe he's feeling guilt, maybe perhaps, he's just feeling this kind of frustration, So yeah, really great one. Okay, and after that is the 6 minute Not Dark Yet. I really love this song. Again, another great song here. Definitely feels like, the world has not yet, it just feels like God has not yet told him that it's not time yet, but it's soon going to be time for it's soon going to be time to go, like the first line here, shadows are falling and I've been here all day. It's too hot to sleep, time is running away. Feel like my soul has turned into steel. I've got the scars that the sun didn't even heal. God, man, just love that. Almost like an eternal death, kind of. That's not even room enough to be anywhere. It's not dark yet. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, I love it. Well, I've been to London. I've been to gay Paris. I followed the river and I got to the sea. So it seems like it's almost like a metaphor there, or I guess it's kind of symbolizing or whatever, about his life, about his career. I've been down on the bottom of a world full of lies. I ain't looking for nothing in anyone's eyes. Sometimes my burden seems more than I can bear. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. In this last couple of lines here, I can't even remember what it was, or just this whole first stanza, or this last stanza. I was born here and I'll die here against my will. I know it looks like I'm moving, but I'm standing still. Every nerve in my body is so vacant and dumb, I can't even remember what it was I came here to get away from. Don't even hear a murmur of a prayer. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. Definitely tell he's seemed to almost feel that it's time. It's time for him to peacefully go, you know. Just incredible. I mean, just the drumming on here and just this Dylan's deaf vocals here, you know, just great stuff. Okay, then we get a probably my favorite on the album is Cold Irons Bound. Just love it, man, with the, you know, with that kind of stick thing like ZZ Top or whatever. Just kind of one of those like swampy kind of songs, you know. Yeah. It says, in Cold Irons Bound, the narrator is sentenced to prison. He says he's 20 miles out of town and cold irons bound. This is most likely a metaphor indicating that he is experiencing a love that is taking such a long time to die. He is a prisoner of memories of the joys he shared with his beloved. Oh yeah, for sure. I think for example here, it says, I'm waist deep in the mist. It's almost like I don't exist. I'm 20 miles out of town and cold iron bound. I just love his vocals too as well. Like, he just seems like he's just pressing on. It just seems like he's kind of stoned. Like, he just seems like he's kind of just out of existence. He just feels like his soul's out of his, just like out of his body, I guess, you know, like just this feel, you know. Like, one look at you and I'm out of control, like the universe has swallowed me whole. I'm 20 miles out of town, cold irons bound. Oh, the winds in Chicago have torn me to shreds. Reality has always had too many heads. Some things last longer than you think they will. There are some kind of things you can never kill. It's you and you only I've been thinking about, but you can't see in, and it's hard looking out. I'm 20 miles out of town and cold irons bound. Just love that. Looking at you and I'm only bended knee. You have no idea what you do to me. I'm 20 miles out of town and cold irons bound. And I just love like the company of the guitar and the just the powerful vocal presentation here by Dylan. Okay, then we get last couple of songs here is Make You Feel My Love. Says here that the song is not about heartbreak, betrayal, or wreckage of an old age. Make You Feel My Love is a love song without any hidden meanings. On the contrary, the narrator expresses his feelings in very revealing poetry. This song was actually on the adult contemporary charts as it reached number 5, which is kind of interesting. Also, it was Billy Joel that covered the song that made it a number 5 hit on Billboard. Once again, this is a really great, excellent song here. Just another ballad kind of song, which is kind of really cleansed some of the heavy stuff, some of the heaviness, like Cold Irons Bound. I really like this stanza here. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, And on the highway of regret, put your hand in mine and come with me. I'll see that you don't get wet. And Dylan's just, you can definitely tell he's feeling the, like it just seems like he's sounding like someone that he's ready to go, you know. Like this, I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. God, what a good one. Okay, then we get Can't Wait, which kind of has a little bit of like it has a little reggae-ish kind of, you know, sound a little bit, you know, not maybe lightly, you know. Once again, Dylan evokes the twilight of romance in the lyrics of Can't Wait. The narrator says that he cannot live without the woman he loves. Even if your loneliness has wounded him, he continues his journey, strolling night or day, hoping his path will cross hers. I'll read just maybe one of the lines. As in, I'm your man, I'm trying to recover the sweet love that we knew. You understand that my heart can't go on beating without you. While your loveliness has wounded me, I'm reeling from the blow. I wish I knew it was keeps me loving you so. I'm breathing hard, standing at the gate, but I don't know how much longer I can't wait. Wow. Okay, and then after, so yeah, it just feels like he just can't wait for this moment to happen, and he's ready for this, which leads into the 16-minute, which kind of outruns Sad Eyed Lady of the Lowlands and some of those other long ones he had. But this, I think this song, or maybe this or Tempest or whatever, as his longest song, and that is Highlands. So it just feels like Dylan is. This seems to be like that. This is kind of it. You know, he's gone through it all. He's kind of gone through. He's standing. He was looking for a love. He's kind of walking through the dead streets, kind of walking, and he's standing. He's feeling a little bit. He just feels like he's ready. And so we get to the last song here, Highlands. I'm not going to go through all the lyrics here, but obviously we know what Dylan is trying to put out here. He's gone through pretty much everything that he's gone through his career, and a lot of people thought that this was it. But, you know, everyone was a bit. They wanted a little bit more of. They wanted to seek the answer of what Dylan, you know, if this is kind of it for him or whatever, you know. And I'm probably going to just read this very last stanza. While my heart's in the highlands at the break of day, over the hills and far away, there's a way to get there, and I'll figure it out somehow. But I'm ready there in my mind, and that's good enough for now. So it just seems like he's wanting this to end. He's gone through it all, you know, and he's ready. He's ready for what's to come. But I bet most people were a bit indifferent, I guess, you know, with what came next or whatever, you know. So yeah, that's Time Out of Mind. Also, things have changed.